I have been going to F45 for over a year and have attended over 370 F45 classes. Today, I am going to show you my before and after photos, as well as my InBody scans, and tell you why it happened based off of science. I am stoked, so let's buckle up and let's see those gains, or maybe even losses. If we haven't met, I'm happy you made it to my channel. My name is Nicole. I'm a registered dietitian with a master's in nutrition, and I'm a fitness instructor. Been in the nutrition and fitness world for well over 10 years. One of my favorite videos that I like watching on YouTube are transformation videos. Yet most transformation videos are really only after a month, 2 months, maximum 3. We never get to see how the body changes within a whole year, if people gain weight back, if they kept losing weight. And today I am gonna do just that. I've been going to F45 for over a year, and it's really the only gym I've been going to, except when I teach Pilates classes to y'all on my YouTube channel. I also took a nosedive and found the up-to-date research about gaining muscle, about losing weight, about what to eat, how to exercise, etc. that I'll be showing you some tips and tricks along the way. First things first, let's talk about F45. So F45 is a boutique style group fitness class, meaning they have specific times for the classes all day long. It's not like a gym you can go in and do your own workout. F45 stands for what the name says. It's a functional workout for 45 minutes. It is a mix of circuit and HIIT with moves that really use your entire body. Every Monday, Friday, and Saturday are their hybrid workouts. Every Wednesday is pure cardio. Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday is pure strength. You're not gonna have any cardio on those days. In a nutshell, F45 does the best it can to keep your body guessing and making every day different, even though it is a group fitness style workout. An important thing to know when watching transformation videos is, was the person on any specific diets? Were they following any nutrition rules? Because that could change the outcome of transformation videos. For this year, for me, it kind of varied. I am a registered dietitian. I really have always strived to be more plant forward, meaning I have a lot of fruits and vegetables throughout my day. I try to choose lean proteins. I try to choose healthier fats that are unsaturated, and I have snacks, but I also do have my fun food. So throughout this year and a half, I really did not diet. Now, what about my fitness mindset? How many times do I take F45? Well, when I first started a year and a half ago, I was only taking 3, maximum 4 classes a week. That's when I moved to a completely new city. I didn't have any friends. I didn't even have a job, so I was looking for a job. Now, a year and a half later, I am taking F45 5 to 6 times a week, and I try to have a rest day, sometimes 2 rest days. Yet, here's the dealio. I sit behind a desk from 9 to 5 with minimal movement, so there are some weeks that I am taking a class every single day. It's very, very important at the rest day. You don't need to over-exercise. I just also use F45 as a social hour, and also because I've been sitting behind a desk and I need those feel-good endorphins. Throughout this year and a half, I did track my body fat and my body weight based on a machine that was at my gym. So before I say anything about the scale, if you get all in your head about numbers or how much you weigh and it makes a day turn from good to bad just based on what it says, I do not recommend using this machine. But if you can distance yourself from the numbers and the numbers don't affect you and it's just more of an experiment to see how your body changes, then shucks, do it. So I use an InBody scan, and if you haven't seen an InBody scan before, it's basically something you stand on, you have handles, you hold your arms out, and it uses a BIA technology. Really, it's taking electrical currents that are low grade so you don't feel anything, and it goes through your body, those little currents, and it's seeing if the current has any resistance, and resistance would be things to like water, bones, muscle, fat. So is this accurate? Can you trust it? On the InBody scan website, it says that it is 98% as effective as DEXA assessing your body mass. Yet research is also showing that for boys, muscle tends to be underestimated, and for girls, muscle tends to be overestimated. Granted, on an InBody scan, small things can fluctuate your findings and your results. One, if your body temperature is up after you work out, the electrical currents will go through you quicker, and that will show that you have more lean body mass than maybe you do. Also, ladies, your menstruation cycle can also affect the results. Because so many variables can change the results of your InBody scans, I recommend minimizing this by trying to go on the InBody scan or scale the same time every single time you do it. Now the part you've been waiting for. When I show you my journey photos of before and after photos, as well as my InBody scan, Numbers throughout the year and a half. Did I ever think I was gonna make this video? No. So I'm kind of being vulnerable. I will also share with you a couple of tidbits of what was going on in my life so you can see that life does play a part in your fitness journey, and also that weight loss, muscle mass gaining, not linear at all. Let's start from the top. Fourth class is completely done. I did my first Olympic weight lift thing, and I also did my first pull-ups. Definitely needed assistance with the pull-ups, but you know what? First time I did it, I was very nervous to look like an idiot. I probably looked like an idiot, but it was fun. I'm getting stronger. I was around 150 with muscle mass at 62.6 and then 25% body fat. Here's the deal. My body weight really has been fluctuating for the past, I would say 10 years, 135 to 150. But this is when I was just moving to a new city. I really didn't have a routine. I didn't have a job. I was struggling in my relationship, and I was feeling not my best. And it really wasn't because of my body, but because of so many other variables in my life. But the next time I took a photo was January 4th of 2022. This was right after I got COVID. I got COVID over Christmas, which the worst. So I didn't work out. I was feeling very lethargic. Even when I got back to F45, my lung capacity was not it. And it took me a little bit to get back to it. January was also the time where my relationship was ending. And so not the happiest, Nicole. But don't worry, y'all. Don't feel too bad, because January through April until the next time I took my photos, I was really living my best life. I had so much time for myself to make YouTube videos, to work out 5-6 times a week. Did I also enjoy one too many happy hours? Of course. This was also the time where I met my bestie, Chrissy. I was really thriving during this time. So looking at the scan on April 26, 2022, AKA 1 month before I met my fiance, I was down to 143 pounds. So I lost 7 pounds since I started F45. I gained back my muscle, so 62.8 of skeletal muscle mass, and I was the lowest percent body fat that I have been in a very long time. Well, actually, I don't know, because I never really checked my body fat except for in grad school when we needed to, and I totally forgot those numbers. I felt strong, I felt active, I felt healthy. I was eating foods that I wanted to eat. I wasn't on a diet. I was really following intuitive eating. So although my diet really didn't change, I think I was exercising a lot more during this time. You may be noticing my scans that muscle is taking me quite a while to grow. Also, you may have noticed in your own fitness journey, it took a while for you to see any changes in your body and changes in your muscle tone. And there is science to back up that reasoning. It actually takes 4 weeks for our brains to actually connect with the correct cells and muscle fibers to start building muscle. So the first 4 weeks is really a lot of brain activity, neural activity, and then 6 to 8 weeks after starting a new fitness routine or weightlifting is when you're gonna see hypertrophy and muscle building. When we work out, we actually break down and tear our muscle. There's these little satellite cells in our muscle fibers, and these satellite cells will actually multiply, fuse onto muscle fibers, build stronger muscle fibers, and build more muscle fibers, aka hypertrophy, aka muscle building. And the timing of your food can actually help as well. Making sure that you're getting 20 to 40 grams of protein every 3 or 4 hours is actually gonna help protein turnover and muscle building even better than if you were to have protein only 3 times a day. Also remember, you wanna make sure you're having carbohydrates, because carbohydrate is protein sparing, meaning you're gonna use carbs for energy and you're not gonna use protein for energy, because you want your protein to be used for muscle. And something weird happens the next time I step on the scale and take a photo, which is in June. It's literally a month and a half later, but you're gonna notice I lost 3 more pounds, but I also lost 2 pounds of muscle mass, and I somehow gained a little bit more body fat. So what the heck and Bob happened? Well, this was the month that I was traveling so stinking much. Nashville for 10 days. I took a New York trip to see a bestie. I went to South Florida to see a bestie. I went on a weekend trip with the girls in my family. I think I was working out 3 times a week, doing the best, but not working out, not sleeping. And the thing I've told you before is sleep is crucial. If you're trying to lose weight, if you are trying to gain muscle, during sleep, our muscles recover and rebuild. We actually have growth hormone that comes out when we get adequate sleep. And also we have fat oxidation. So we burn fat when we sleep if it's quality sleep. And I was doing neither of those things. But if it wasn't for these couple of months where I was traveling, seeing all my best friends, meeting the love of my life, this year wouldn't have been as exciting as it was. And it's okay to miss a couple workouts. Trust me, as a professional, you can miss a couple workouts. Because in a couple months, I now go back to a routine where I'm working out 5-6 times a week, eating healthy, doing the whole darn thing. 1 month later, F45 did a whole nother challenge, so I did an InBody scan again. I found out I actually didn't lose any of my muscle mass. That maybe it was a fluke the last time I did it. Maybe I was holding on too much water, because I went back to the exact number I was previously, which is 143 pounds, 62.8 skeletal muscle mass, and then 21.7% body fat. So, like I said, InBody scan isn't necessarily always accurate. You're gonna see results that conflict each other. And then another plot twist happened. I gained 5 pounds in almost 2 months. Could that have been the case? I don't really think so, but I also saw in the results, it said I was holding 2 liters more than normal of water. So that could have affected it. Any of the InBody variables could have affected it. Fast forward all the way to now. So from August to January, we actually saw a weight decrease back to 143. We also saw skeletal muscle mass 62.2 and body fat was at 22%. Let's compare that with how we started a year and a half ago. So a year and a half with truly no change in my diet, 3 workouts a week to 7 workouts a week, depending on what time in life I was in. I lost and kept off 7 pounds, 5% of my body weight, and kept the lean muscle mass around roughly the same. I went up and down 1 and 2 pounds of muscle mass. This is why I tell you, don't just look at the numbers of InBody scans, scales, skin calibers, because InBody scans did me dirty with my lean body mass recording. It says that I really haven't changed since I first started F45. And as you can see from the photos, I have leaned out, yes, but I've also really gained some muscle. And I also know that because I physically am picking up way heavier dumbbells and weights than I was a year and a half ago. I'm also able to do pull-ups with way less help. I'm hoping 2023 is the year I do a pull-up without any assistance. I can do way more push-ups, and that's why I tell y'all, it can be fun to track yourself throughout the year of how your body changes based off numbers, but don't hold yourself to that number. It matters way more how you feel moving your body, exercising throughout the day. If you're able to lift heavy weights, if you're able to run or do cardio for long periods of time without losing your breath, and how you feel confident in your own skin, in your clothes. All that is gonna matter way more than what a scale says. I hope this video has encouraged you and inspired you to get outside the box, maybe try a new workout that you don't think you'd be good at. And if you're kind of nervous to try a new gym, highly recommend bringing a friend or a family member. Having people around to complain with, to cheer on, makes working out so much more fun. That's truly half the reason why I wake up at 6 in the morning every day, is to see my friends. And until next time, y'all, if you haven't already, press like, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family. If you want me to make an F45 video of like the pros of F45, the cons, how much it costs, who should do it, who shouldn't do it, let me know down below. Any questions, of course, let me know down below. And y'all, until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.